Hey, I'm Katie Doll, and welcome to Basic Bitch Bachelor Recap. This is week 4. I profusely apologize for missing week 3. I was too busy marching for women's rights. I mean, you can't fault me for that, right? I might like to watch a really backwards and sexist TV show, but I still care about women. The one thing I will say about week 3, since I'm not gonna do a whole other video for it, was pretty excited to see the Backstreet Boys, except for that I really am more of a fan of NSYNC, so I would have been more excited about that, but I know that JT is too big for The Bachelor. Let's be real. Also, I was sad that they sent Haley home because she was one of my picks, so now I don't think there's any way that I can win my Bachelor Fantasy League because only 4 out of my 5 girls are still on the show. But it's okay, I'm still gonna keep watching because I'm addicted to this shit. So, in the beginning of the episode, Vanessa pulls Nick aside and says that she's not gonna shake her tits, and she really calls him out, and I feel like she's saying everything that America is thinking, so good for you, Vanessa, for standing up for yourself. I think that Nick's answers to her are complete bullshit because he's clearly just a party boy who is here for exposure and boobs, but he does a very good job of covering that fact up. And of course, we cannot allow this moment to pass us by without commenting on it. Corinne saying that she is in no way privileged. I mean, that's gotta be a joke. She is clearly playing the game of this show. There's no way that she's serious or that she could really believe that she's not privileged. She's obviously the villain. She's obviously just like a Florida daddy's girl princess. Also, this week is the hometown date. Now, I have a theory about the hometown date. I think whatever girl gets to meet his family on the hometown date is not gonna make it to the final 4. It's always someone that he doesn't really like that much, and it's this like weird casual meetup to kind of butter up the parents to the idea of him being with someone, but it's not the actual person, because when it gets to the final 2, those are the people that really matter. And I think that my theory was proven correct this week because Raven is the one that got to go on the date with him. But more on that later. My girl, Danielle L., who is one of the most beautiful women on this show, gets the solo date. They do the frosting and the cookies. It's all very coupley and cute. And then, dun dun dun, the ex-girlfriend shows up. And don't try and tell me this wasn't a producer setup. I mean, his ex-girlfriend just happened to be in the area where they were filming with her hair and makeup done with just an hour to kill to sit down and talk to them. Let's be real. Also, in real life, if I ran into my ex while I was with my boyfriend, I wouldn't be like, hi, how are you? Let's sit down and talk about our relationship. You would say hi, and then you would get out of there. Nick just wants to crawl inside of his own skin and die. I can tell it's written all over his face. He's just like, why did I agree to this? I don't know, Nick, I don't know. I mean, people have done crazier things to try and get famous. Then they're playing all this romantic music as Danielle L. and Nick are going through his hometown, and it looks very boring. And he takes her to a spot where he may or may not have lost his virginity. I mean, this is just like Nick's hometown fuck tour, it seems like. Anyhow, that night, the dress that she's wearing and the side ponytail with the crimped hair, it's a lot. But I mean, I understand she's trying to play the game. She's got her boobs totally out because she knows that's what Nick likes. So maybe that's smart on her part. Maybe she's really gonna win. So, the first group date. Everyone is collectively not happy that Corinne is on it. And Corinne, of course, is put on this date where they're shoveling cow shit, and they're shoveling cow shit and she's sitting outside because she's a princess, and the girls are so mad about it. I don't know why they're falling for the bait. Honestly, like, it's at this point, you can tell that Corinne is just doing these things to create drama. Jamie knows how to milk a cow. Nick, on the other hand, who supposedly grew up in the boonies in Wisconsin, doesn't know how to milk a cow. What's that about? At the end of the date, the group date rose goes to Christina, which was very shocking. I mean, I could tell by her face that she was shocked as well. I don't even know what kind of connection they have, to be honest. I mean, she's pretty, but I haven't really seen her personality so far. Maybe Nick sees something in her. Could it be boobs? Okay, so then finally we get to Raven's date. I think that Raven is so awkward with his family. It's painful to watch, but she's getting through it. And I don't like how they put children on the show, like his sister, who's what, 10 or 11 years old. She doesn't understand any of this, and the poor thing is like, oh, I think she's pretty and I really want to have another sister-in-law. It's like, why do you drag the kid into this when this is clearly not even the girl you're gonna pick? I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's nice. I don't like when they do it. Keep the kids out of it, Bachelor. Then, of course, when they get their one-on-one time, every time a girl gets a one-on-one date, she has to reveal something awful about her personal life so that she and Nick can get closer. Raven's story is a crazy story about her ex cheating on her and her walking in on him. I mean, it sounds like a soap opera. I know what her vagina looks like, ugh. I don't know if I needed such graphic details. You could have just said you walked in on her and then you left your guy. I don't need to know about all that other stuff. Anyway, of course, after a girl tells a sob story like that, he can't just send her home, so he gives her a rose. But I don't think he even likes her. I think that all of it is a lie. That's really what I think. Then, of course, there's a newish rivalry between Taylor and Corinne. Now, I really liked Taylor in the beginning, but I don't think I like her anymore because she has become very uppity, very snobby, very know-it-all. And she is a therapist. And if you think about it, she kind of reminds me of one of those friends who just started going to therapy and then all of a sudden thinks she has the answer to everyone's problems. That's Taylor. I mean, she's 23 years old, so while she is an accomplished professional in her field, she still is very inexperienced and young, so she thinks that she can psychoanalyze everyone. I think there's nothing to be gained by her telling Corinne that Corinne has a low emotional intelligence. How is that going to help Corinne or you except for to create drama? It's fine. Maybe she's playing the game too. Maybe she's just trying to create drama so she can stay on the show, because I haven't really seen her and Nick have any chemistry. And of course they do this teaser where they say that the rivalry between Taylor and Corinne, that one of them won't survive. I think we all know that Corinne will be the one to stick around. I mean, Nick actually likes her and she is entertaining as hell. The producers would be dumb to allow Nick to send her home, and Nick would never, I mean, never in a million years. I feel like she could do anything. Like, she could kill one of the other girls and he would still keep her on. I mean, hey, Corinne, don't do that, but I feel like she's got a license to kill at this point. I would like to know why Raven keeps wearing those awful dresses with the off-the-shoulder things. They're the worst, and they are very ugly. One of my friends was saying that she's doing it to advertise for some dress company that she has, but I would never buy those dresses. They're awful. It's like Little House on the Prairie meets Hot Topic meets Forever 21. No, thank you. All right, so that is all for week 4. Please subscribe, like, follow, all those things so that we can keep talking about The Bachelor every week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.